What's up, gang? What's up? Come on in, gang. Come on in, gang. How's everyone doing? How is everyone? How is everyone? I hope everybody's doing okay. We're just doing a quick live check in. What y'all think about that Nolan Wells thing? This is what I think. They killed that boy. This is no alleged. That's why I waited till all the emotions died down a little bit and the funeral happened. But every day, them folk coming up with a reason to deflect. Now the throat missing, now the organs missing, now it's got to be another true autopsy. All these see they strategizing each night to say, okay, we can't let these folk find out my children killed this boy. I'm gonna judge what that look like. The judge's son killed this, so we got to do it this way. Okay, let's call the coroner up in Washington. Let him know. Give him $1 million. Okay, do a discrepancy in the sentence so it won't stand in court. And this, they doing all of that. They doing it so much that it sounds like we repeating ourselves. We don't know what happened. It wasn't foul play. Did nobody? You know what? Even if my friend died, and even if they tried to accuse me, and I know I ain't did it, I'm still going to the funeral. I'm still letting my parents know, look, I'm going to the funeral. Everybody that didn't show up, they're guilty. Those weren't friends, because that's all you. He went with friends on a boat. Anybody that don't show up to your funeral, they're not your friends, okay? But they trying to make everybody look like they're crazy. That can't be. This can't happen. Somebody didn't do. And then even when they brought the body ashore, I feel like you could at least turn them over and don't have him face down, and then put, even if you didn't want to look at it, just put a white sheet over him till folks show up, just like Amar Aubrey. We shouldn't have been able to see that body laying like that when folk around there. The Cajun authority. They still trying to put it off. They just paying folk off. Everybody paying folk off. Paying folk off. I won't be surprised if they don't ever get justice for this. Because there's gonna be so many loopholes. It's starting to make me wonder, why are y'all keep hiring Ben Crump? Ain't no more people. It ain't nobody else. It really took Nancy Grace getting on TV, not being Crump. It took Nancy Grace for so folk to start talking just a little bit more. But I guarantee you, Nancy Grace gonna get to the bottom of it because she's putting race aside. She's saying things that they don't want her to say. Ben Crump sounds like he's talking a bunch of gibberish. Now I know he don't supported a lot of black cases and all that, and I know he's won and he is the number one advocate. But you know what? To me, it sounds like he talking a bunch of gibberish. He talking, he talking what his all his team don't put together for him. And you know what? That mama, no, the way she acting, you'll think that they paying her some. The black man that's representing them ain't even hooked on phonics, and you can tell. You can tell she was the gal that took over him, and they thought that they nothing happened to them because they got you somebody yell on the scene in their family. So in the poll question, I'm gonna put: do you think Nolan Wells was killed? Wait, let me see. To do it, he touched. Because and the only reason why, because even so, some other people, black kids may have been killed and nobody did anything about it. This case is essential because it's not just a regular person getting killed, it's a judge's children, allegedly, a judge's child that's involved. So if a judge child involved, that means the other children of their friends, they trying to protect everybody. The kids don't even know. They didn't know what to do until they were drunk and wanted to slit that boy throat, allegedly. Why is the throat missing? And he was out there a couple of days, but it has been DNA evidence on people who've been decomposed for weeks. It's something they can slide with that swab. Say for instance, if the butt neck missing, if the butt neck missing now, if his throat missing, it's got to be a little slit on the side somewhere where it's the ending of that cut. Since they so smart, but I don't know if they're in Mississippi doing this or what, because the technology is just the poorest state in America. Don't kill somebody else. It's all, and then they wonder why they poor. They wonder why they embrace trailer parks, and the ones that's rich are thieves in Mississippi allegedly. They wonder why they state can't grow. When my son was going to college in Mississippi, all you saw were trailers. Even people that had big houses, they boxed in the trailer. It's something about the low living of trailer park life that they love in Mississippi. The Mississippi River is black. It ain't no blue or prettiness in it. You know why? There's so many dead bodies in that river. So many dead bodies. And mind you, this river was on where the plantations were. They made sure the rivers be right by the plantations. Mississippi needs some help. So I pray to God. Put it this way, a real Christian like I am. You ain't perfect. I hope ain't nothing wrong. I hope that they find out nothing bad happened to this child. I hope that's the case. But all of this manpower, all of this money, all these rewards, all these secrets, all these fabrications, it make you know something ain't right. I could see when them children got home that night, scrambling, folk nervous. So why? Because why did somebody else return out to that island that day? And then it seems like to me that the detectives and the prosecutions or whatever is involved in this stuff, they act like that's their first day on the job. Even I know get the DNA swabs. Even I know do the timeline. Even I know who was the last person to put their eyes on the man, the invisible white girl. I ain't that much scared in the world if you ain't did nothing. If that white girl was the last person, the invisible white girl, if that was the last person to see Nolan Wells, why? If I got a one out on me, y'all will find me. But if I'm could be a possible witness with evidence, I ain't the girl, the so-called girl, just skipped town. I bet you she didn't leave the country. Nobody knows her name. Nobody knows how she looks. And then why were messages deleted on who deletes messages like that the day you killed, the night you killed? Want to stay behind for a girl? I don't think. You supposed to take the girl with you on the boat. Whatever y'all wanted to do behind the tree on the island, y'all could have did when y'all got back in time. Cause you have a car, you have a phone, and y'all so rich. I know you had money for a hotel room. That girl wasn't that important, unless it was one of them white boys' girlfriends. And I know everybody putting the race thing in there. Well, you know what? Let's exclude the race. Somebody hiding and lying because they got positions. And you know what? Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna whoever hiding stuff about this boy, he gonna eat him alive. He's gonna eat them alive. They're gonna be alcoholic addicts, especially if they're involved in the killing. Because the point you hiding it alone shows you that you're a coward. Because if you killed that boy because, oh, I wanted him off my boat and all that kind of stuff, you're supposed to be able to own it. You don't supposed to walk around for the rest of your life hiding it as a coward. That's breeding ground for failure and addiction. So, judge, if you want your child or whoever friends children, if you want them to be okay, encourage them to come forward, tell the truth. And if nothing ain't happened, everybody will be happy and we can move on. Thank God for Nolan Wells. But this death, if nobody did anything, all these millions of dollars and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to a theory. But you know what? That's how you know ain't something right, ain't right. Because there's so many kids that die every day and they don't know who killed them. But all of a sudden, this Nolan Wells, they want to act like they so scary, so touchy. Everybody losing their mind. Everybody losing their skills as detectives and investigators. Nobody knows how to do anything. Your autopsy is supposed to tell any and everything, but somebody done paid off the autopsy person. That's why they want an independent autopsy. Then they got Ben Crump over here talking like he didn't get hooked on funny. So-called educated, high-profile case, man. He act like he don't even know what he doing right now. They got these white folk got these folk in a tailspin, and I done heard them. And then those Q dolls or whatever, or whoever was, they got the Q doll colors and doing the protest. Nola Wells, where y'all at today? Where are y'all today? Are y'all still doing it? How long y'all gonna do it? How long y'all gonna protest? Is it gonna be every weekend for the next 5 years? Or in 2 months we ain't gonna remember none of this until if if somebody get arrested, if somebody go to trial. And I pray to God it don't be 50 years later they find out who did it, and then the people old, so they can just do their little bid and their little redneck friends and high profile friends. You put money on their books. But guess what? Anybody, this is common sense. This ain't even nothing I'm saying. Anybody that is involved in hiding Nolan Wells' death, their success rate is downhill until they come forward. Ain't no getting a good job after high school. Ain't no graduating from a great college with. Okay, let's try this again. But yeah, mm mm mm. This is one of the most confusing cases because even with the case of Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor, we knew they got shot by them folks. We knew it was malice. Even though George Floyd was high, I guarantee you the man that had literally knee on the boy neck had some malice in his heart. And then some of these folks don't regret it. Even Emmett Till, we knew what happened to him. They found out who did that to Emmett Till back then, but all of a sudden now with all this technology and all of this and all of that and all these smart lawyers, nobody knows what to do right now. Everybody's so vague. The only one I seen really that's telling the truth is Nancy Grace. And even though Don Lemon doing his little thing, it's getting to the point now. What is it? Because of your podcast? Tyler Perry and somebody else got a reward out. Tyler, we get it. Your name is clear now. We know your name is clear. You ain't got to try to buy society no more. I can't wait. Now, this second autopsy come out, and everybody still act like they duh, 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 duh. You know the boy got killed. And the way they acting, duh, they ain't gonna even, they ain't even gonna arrest nobody. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I am wrong. But that's why I raised my kids. See, I am a very, if you'll notice my content on my pages and channels, I am very diverse. I went to school with white people, but I also went to a HBCU and graduated. But like I say, all race aside, when our children leave our house, give them enough, even the girls, give them enough unction to grow a pair. Even the girls. The girls need to grow a pair too. Because you can't think you more than somebody and all of that, and then you hang around up around these people. It ain't nobody's fault. But stuff like this bound to happen when you try to separate yourself as much as possible from your real race. And then the way her mom, "Oh, we missing so much, and we just want to know what happened." Hmm. You can tell she ran over that man, that husband of hers, because he just not started talking. They probably put it in the, they probably told that man, look, you're gonna have to start saying something besides Jane, cat, dog, and cat and mouse. You got to say more than that as a black man of this black fella that passed. You can't get on that microphone holding your wife hand talking about duh duh duh. And our other children. First of all, take them glasses off. You look ridiculous. And if I were you, since you want to be on the other folks' side, straighten your hair out too. Because they going to see y'all two niggas. That's all they going to see, two niggas. And they're going to give y'all the time of day because it's like they want to live off their conscience. Being crunk? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's got to be some more high power attorneys besides being Crump and Al Sharpton. Okay, we know you're an activist, but sit down somewhere and don't break a bone on your way. See, they use these black people to for the forefront to so-called intimidate the situation. But let me tell you, this is the white people country, y'all. This is the white folk country. We really don't stand a chance unless we music or sports. Even the black doctors and stuff coming from Africa and India. Slavery did a number on us over here in America. And then they wonder why them people be coming from Jamaica and all them folk with an attitude because they ain't got the history we got. They people went trapped and whipped and enslaved and they come from a family that didn't go through all that. So that might be why they acted. And then if you'll notice most black women that are different and better and doing good and all of that is because they got culture behind it. It ain't nothing about the black. It ain't nothing about civil rights and all that kind of stuff. Because guess what? Them folks still don't count you. They want you to work for you and they want you to spend money on them. So that's why they'll let us have jobs. They'll let us make it to the NBA. They'll let us even go into politics. They'll let us. They will let us. Because really, I would love to just save me enough money where I can move overseas in a good, neutral place. Because overseas, they love black people. That even the Vietnam vets will tell you when they went over there, they treated black people good. It's over here. And then what they do is they get the black people that are henpecked to back all that bad behavior. And yes, I am saying it. Yes, I am black. Yes, my mother and father is black. But the truth is the truth. And then you know what? They love to holler. Uh, we love to holler. The white folk got everything on it. You know why? Because they think we are greedy, mean, hateful, don't want to prosper, don't want to bring nobody up, and are financially illiterate. That's what they think about us. That's what I should have put in the poll question. Do you agree with that? We so busy hating our own loved ones. We so busy abusing our own kids in the home. And now we want justice. Like I said, I hope nothing bad happened to that boy. But the way these people acting, it's something ain't right. Everybody got amnesia. Everybody back in the fifth grade again. Even being Crump sounded like Fat Albert. What are you talking about? Do something. Show us a real autopsy. Show us something. It's all so let them tell us all the body parts missing now. The throat miss. I ain't never heard what the throat missing now. But a good scientist can even tell if a artery was severed, if the jugular was pushed. They got it on forensic files. If it was a little white boy, they would have been found the person. I guarantee you. If it was a little white boy on a boat with black kids, and the black kids' parents were rappers, they would have been found out who did that. They would have arrested somebody that knew they did it. But see, these judges and high power people in the community of Mississippi that's pulling all these strings. To me, it's even they got being Crump in that lake. See, the black daddy don't know what's really going on. You know, his son gone, ain't nothing he can do about it. But that black woman and being Crump, and Ricky Smiley, stay out of people's business, or either become a real grandmother. Okay, you got one of the two. To one of the two. You're very talented, Ricky Smiley. You're funny sometimes. But stay out of folk business because you're reminding us of a nosy grandmother. You always got something to say about black, civil rights, this, that, and then who you look like. Well, ain't nobody on this world look like you. Stay out this camera talking about injustice and stuff like that. At this point, we really don't need your opinion. Go find Miss Jane and to let her talk to us. Stay off this internet unless it's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Stay off these people internet trying to be pro intellectual, all of that. Anybody that need to be part of a gang, sorority, fraternity, well, they got to find themselves. So stay off this internet. Talking about black people, this black. Shut up. I used to like Ricky Smiley. But I'm starting to agree with some of them children he got and them in-laws, whatever he got. Cause he too overbearing. He wanna be a grandma so bad. I ain't never seen no man that wanna be a grandma. I ain't seen trans, this, gay, but to want to be somebody's grandmother so bad, that's not a good look. And then sometimes when you see a man with a lot of different children, they trying to fight so. They figure, okay, if I have enough children, if I just mess with enough girls, or if I just do it like that and have a whole clan of people, and things will get better. Hmm. But I just wanted to hop on. I'm taking more time on my lives today. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you can know every time I post a video, go live, or post a photo. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.